Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy Pete with Slap Happy Gorilla. What? Tszyu and Keith Thurman, that fight is out the window. This is now old news as Sebastian Fundora has got the call and answered the call to become the replacement for Keith one-time Thurman. Hey, and he fighting Tszyu. He fighting none other than the champion, WBO champion, at the 154-pound division, Tszyu, the Aussie. Look, Tszyu, man, up and comer. This young man had a phenomenal 2023. This was going to be kind of like a breakout fight for him, introducing the union between PBC and Amazon, introducing that being the prime stop on the card. Man, look, this was going to be a headliner to, kind of open up the door for more headliners in 2024. PBC making a statement. But, man, look, Keith Thurman talked a lot of trash now. Cash money. He was talking cash. And he even mentioned, it was man, I was watching some of them some clips the other day from some interviews of Keith Thurman. He was saying, hey, yeah, people thinking I'm not gonna make it. And yeah, this joke ain't even make it to the fight. But I'm gonna tell you, yeah, Keith Thurman, old man. I think Keith Thurman, man, he probably need to become a trainer or something. He's a guy, he's in good shape as far as like everyday living, for an athlete to perform in the boxing ring, it just, his body pretty much is letting him know that it's done, all of these injuries after injuries after injuries, but he's still in good shape. I think he could be somebody real good, strength and conditioning coach, probably somebody to help you get ready, somebody to be in the corner. He has a high IQ for boxing, man, but hey, I just don't think he ready to get back in that ring again, man. I think he need to stay out of the ring because I know he keep playing with us, the fans. I like Keith Thurman, though. I like Keith Thurman, but I think he pretty much done, man. His era is over. The era of boxers that he come from is, pretty much done, man. But shout out to Keith Thurman. It's no foul on the play. I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people complaining because it's a pay-per-view fight. Keith Thurman is a name, but remember, he was from 147. Even though he was ballooning up and down in weight, this was not a comfortable weight for him to fight at. Remember, now, he have fought at that weight a while back, but he had been used to fighting at 147. He used to getting punched by 147-pound fighters. But now you going to 154. Tszyu is a big kid, man. Big 154-pounder. So I'm going to tell you, my take on this, I keep hearing people talk about, oh, man, this shouldn't be a pay-per-view. Now this Fundora. Man, look, Sebastian Fundora is going to be a better and tougher fight for Tszyu than Keith Thurman ever could have gave him. Keith Thurman just was a name to put in there, kind of like padding the book. Not really padding the book, but a good name for a young up-and-comer's resume. You get past this guy, it boosts your name up. That's all well and good, but I'm talking about as far as in the boxing ring, the fight, Fundora is a tougher fight. I guarantee you Tszyu would have rather fought Keith Thurman. You talking about a man got some age on him. Yeah, he got good footwork, but how long that footwork go last? When you been out of the ring for so long. And he keeps saying, oh, yeah, I've been in the gym and all this here. Bruh, you ain't been under them lights. Tszyu been under them lights all year last year. 2023 had a phenomenal year. So you talking about getting in the ring with an older guy who been out of the ring. You pretty much can say inactive, even though he say, oh, I've been in the gym practicing for this guy, this guy, this guy. Man, look, I guarantee you Tszyu would have rather got in there with Keith Thurman Now, with as far as Sebastian Fundora, he a tough kid, man. He was an up and comer. He was that guy, that next one that they wanted to fight Jermell Charlo. You know how, man, Jermell Charlo had become undisputed. He became undisputed in the weight class, and this was just one more guy. Just like Terrence Crawford became undisputed at 147, and then, one more guy. Boots Ennis. You fight Boots Ennis. Man, look, Terrence Crawford done been there, he done conquered the weight division. He want to move on to something new. Jermell Charlo did the same thing. He became undisputed. He wanted to move on to something new. He messed around, went up a couple of weight classes, and got the bag from Canelo. I wish he would have gave us a better fight against Canelo, but hey, it is what it is. He went up for the bag. But now, the Jermell Charlo era is over in the division. Now, this young guy, Tszyu, is the next guy who's supposed to be the man. But Fundora was the guy that was supposed to be the man. But now Tszyu done come along and took that spot. But boxing has a way of coming full circle. This young man, Fundora, he was fighting for an interim title when he fought Brian Mendoza. Mendoza, he hit him on the button, man, and got him out of there. But that was for the WBC interim title. So he was supposed to be next up for a title shot anyway if he would have won that fight. But he lost. Mendoza beat him. It was a good fight, man. It's just, look, I'm going to tell you, Fundora, man, this joker like 6'5.5". He probably really should move up to 60. And I think that's probably one of his weaknesses, man. He probably draining down too much of weight to make 154. And, when you get hit, when you drain it down like that, it's different, man. It's different. So that's going to be my only question, is his chin at the weight. He probably should move up, but this is still going to be a tougher fight for Tszyu. And for a guy that's up and coming, that's supposed to be the next guy, I think this is a good test for him. But I'm going to tell you this, don't overlook the upset. Don't overlook the upset. Fundora is a tough kid, and he is a volume puncher. The thing about Tszyu, whatever his game plan was for Keith Thurman is out the window. You're not fighting a 30-something, like past the prime 30-something-year-old guy. You fighting a young, really a young bull. You fighting a guy who he a little younger than Tszyu, and same thing, hungry like Tszyu. Just got hit on the button the last fight. So this young man coming to take back his spot in the division as the guy who was the next up and comer. But he want this title shot. I guarantee you he answered the call with less than 2 weeks out from a fight. So he hungry. He coming to get it. Now, what kind of game plan he can come up with in 2 weeks for a champion like Tszyu, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what, Fundora is like a fan-friendly style, come forward, throw a lot of punches type of guy. And he rangy, man. He's 6'5". He gives up his height, because of his fighting style, but he still, man, he get a lot of leverage on his punches. And I'm going to tell you this, if Tszyu stay in the pocket, he can get caught with something. And this is the thing. Tszyu, you can tell he has a high IQ for the sport, for boxing. But he strays away from his jab. If Tszyu could get behind his jab and throw some of those hooks and uppercuts, man, this would be like almost like a closed case type of deal. Because all he have to do is come behind the jab and counter a couple of. He's a good counter puncher. Counter a couple of Fundora. He throw a lot of shots. But what Tszyu does, he'll jab a little bit, but once he start feeling himself, he'll start throwing his power shots, and he'll kind of stray away from the jab. And in this particular fight, see, he can get away with that with some of those guys that's around his height or shorter, or even a little taller. But the thing about fighting somebody like Fundora go bring the pain, and you can get caught in there with him, man. Staying in that pocket and not really having a game plan. If it's a slugfest, it's gonna better suit Fundora. But I can't wait, man. I'm gonna tell you, to me, I'm not disappointed. Because I'm gonna tell you this, the Keith Thurman era, Keith Thurman had a lot of fans, and being a fan of the guys in his era, I can't deny, hey, it was good to see that Keith Thurman was getting another title shot. But man, I'm gonna tell you, this Sebastian Fundora fight with Tszyu, to me, this is gonna be a better fight, man. For a boxer, a person who is a fan of the sport of boxing, that's not just like guy who name crazy, just hear the names and get excited. I'm talking about somebody who want to see good boxing. This gonna be a good boxing match, I believe, and I'm excited about it. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Who you got? Is the upset? I know, hey, I'm favoring Tszyu. No doubt about it. Tszyu has the momentum. Tszyu, he's just the guy right now in that division, man. Fundora does not have any momentum. Got knocked out by Brian Mendoza, but he getting another shot. He was an up and comer, young tough kid. Look, this gonna be a good fight. But like I say, I'm favor Tszyu, but man, please don't overlook the upset. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, hate, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time it go down. This Daddy P